This video is a special exercise we are going to do now, because this will lead us out of the basics of C programming language and will lead us straight into complex data types, which is the next chapter. In this video I just want to prepare you for the things that are coming next, and also I want to give you a little homework. Maybe you can take it if you want, or just leave it if you don't want, just so that you know. Like I said, we are going to prepare for complex data types. We will recognize a problem now in a C-level language. We will make some considerations up front before we develop our own solution, which is what we are going to do later on. So in this first video, we just want to see what's the problem, what's going on here, what are we going to do next, and later we will build on this problem and our considerations that we are making now, and much later we are going to develop a solution to this problem. So this is kind of the common process for every developer to recognize problems, making considerations, and taking action. Okay, so first of all, this is a struct, a person struct, every person having ID and name. I initialized a person array with with two languages, with two values, of course, and now we know when we are starting our program, we are going to the runtime environment, and while the program is running, we're having a hard time adding a third value to this array, because we initialized it with two values. So that means the size is getting fixed, and there's actually a way around it, which is your homework if you want. You already know malloc, which is in the standard library of C, and you also find the function realloc in this library, and you can initialize an array with malloc and giving it size of person memory on start, so it can take one person. And later on, when the program is running, you can reallocate more memory. Like maybe you want to add 3 more persons, so you can reallocate 3 more, the memory of 3 more persons, and actually add it to this array and extend the array. That is what you can do with these two functions, actually. But it's quite complicated. You can try it by yourself. It's not that easy, and it's also coming with some problems. So we still want to find a solution to have a data structure able to dynamically add more and more values. We don't know how many values when we start to fill this data type. So it really has to be dynamically, and we don't want to reallocate memory or whatever. So the solution to this is called a list, and lists are also implemented in the languages descending from C. So that means C# also has lists, Java has lists, and they are implemented in the same way we are going to implement them. Of course, a little bit more complicated, with a little bit more developer work put into it, but basically it's the same we are going to do now. So we want to making considerations by ourselves, so we want to try to tackle this problem with our own thinking. Of course, I will help you a little to give you an idea how we are going to do it, and then we are building on that knowledge step by step and developing the solution to this problem. Actually making easy list first, which is getting more and more complex as we as this tutorial goes on. Okay, so the solution to it is actually quite simple. We are going to make a new struct, a person list maybe, and this struct has two values. The first value is person, and the second one, actually, the first value is a person itself, and the second value is a pointer pointing to the next person. So we have another person, another struct which has a person again, and again a next pointer, and pointing to the next person again. This way we just have one struct holding the person and the next person. So every time we are creating a new person in that way, we will make reservation to our memory and just add this very person to the next pointer of the person before. Ooh, that sounds quite strange and complicated. It is a little it will get a little complicated, of course, but don't worry, I will guide you through. And in the next video, we are also building up a better picture, a better model than this one. I will visualize it for you in a better way. Don't worry if you don't get it now. That is not a problem. So for this video, actually that's all. I'm not going any further into detail. For you, like I said, you can take it as an exercise to take a look at malloc and realloc functions. Try to extend an array by yourself with a third value. The most important thing in this video is you recognize the problem. Maybe you remember our video where we had to find the longest line. At that time we just give it a static value of 100, I believe, and with malloc and realloc you can take that example out again and you can realloc new memory to this array and find a line longer than 100 or that static value. So when you do this homework or something, you will recognize this problem. You will see that it's quite annoying to reallocate new memory, and you will of course come to the same considerations that I just took here. I mean, we are just taking a pointer, let it point to the same data type again and again, and just making a list like that. And yeah, maybe you will do some more considerations how to improve this list, and then you will take action and actually develop it. And this is what we are going to do in the next video. So it's getting a little more difficult now, but yeah, try to keep your heads up. It's not only getting more difficult but also more interesting. So yeah, I hope see you in the next video. We are leaving the basics now, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the next videos. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.